Hey, what's up guys? It's Ben 2000 yugioh, your friendly neighborhood Yu-Gi-Oh superhero, and today guys, I'm going to be talking about the new Adamantia archetype. So this is a whole new synchro based archetype. As you guys can probably see on the screen, I have a picture of like the big boss monster, the dragon if you will. But before we get into that topic, guys, I want to go ahead and get some feedback from you guys real quick. I'm thinking about starting a Patreon, and I don't know exactly what kind of rewards to give out. So, mind you, I am on a limited budget, but your suggestions are going to be very much appreciated. So, what I want you guys to do is in the comments below. On this video, I need you guys to comment what kind of rewards you would be hoping to get from a Ben 10,000 of yugioh Patreon. I'm still working on the ins and outs and details, but I need your guys' input. So please do that real quick before we even get into the topic. Now, we are going to go over each of the cards, but I figured you guys would much rather see the deck in action. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut to some replay footage, and then I'm going to show you the deck I was working with, and then we will go from there, talking about the individual cards. So without further ado, guys, let's go check out that replay footage and see the Adamantia deck in action. Alright guys, there you have it. That was the replay footage. My version of the deck is probably a little bricky because I threw the whole thing in there with a few random stuff in there. I decided I would just kind of play, you know, keep it real simple this time around and not toy around with it too much. I know there's a ton of rock monsters and a bunch of ways to go about doing it, but this is what I came up with. So as I saw other YouTubers talk about, we threw in the Doki Doki. Guys, just remember, if you put the monster in defense mode, it's face down. Don't make my mistakes. That's all I'm saying there. And then of course we have Nibiru because it's like the only rock hand trap. But I'm actually really excited. So let's talk about the rest of the deck. All right, so first we have the Adamantia Analyzer. This is your Cyber Dragon, essentially. If your opponent controls a monster and you don't, you can special summon this guy. During the main phase, you excavate the top 5 cards of your deck, and if you do, you special summon a level 4 or lower non-tuner rock monster. So, essentially, I believe all the little mini tuner guys, which I'm going to put them together, all three of them have that effect. Analyzer's just the biggest, so he's the one you're going to be using to get to your water synchro. And the other two have this effect. Adamantia Seeker says if you control an Adamantium monster other than itself, it can special summon itself from the hand, and Adamantia Researcher has a similar effect, only it's more generic. It is if you have a rock monster. So basically these guys are like, think of them like Kage to Kage, basically, or that type of card. Basically, if you have this type, you get a special summon this type. It's that kind of move. They all have the Excavate 5, so you can get out the rock monsters. Now, the fire and the wind one aren't all that great. To be honest, the water one's the best one, but we'll get to that one in a minute. So basically, these two cards are the same card. Rapatite and Leonite are the exact same card, basically. You spin their corresponding synchro monster back to the extra deck, whether it's on the field or on the grave, put this card on the top of the deck. The water one is the best one. It has the ability to spin the water one back if it's in your graveyard or on the field, which is really good. This deck has recursion, that's really powerful. But this card has a one added effect that if it's summoned by an Adamantia card, and by the way, this spell counts too, draw a card. So it's a +1, just upon special summon. It can be, the deck has the ability to go plus like it's like any other really good synchro based deck. Then we have Doki Doki here, which is just like, oh yeah, it's discard a rock, special summon a rock with the same level and attribute. So basically you ditch one of these guys, you get another copy of them. Or, yeah, pretty much. And that's why it's useful that way. It also will help you get to your Dragonite here. Yeah, and then of course we have the spell, Adamantia Sign. This is basically this is kind of a set your deck up and a Monster Reborn for the deck, so you special summon it from the graveyard. It's going to be the tuners as well, not just the regular rocks. And then you get to put another Adamantia card in your deck on top of your deck, so you get to set up. Then we have the Field Spell, which is a 500 attack bonus, and lets you arrange the deck however you want it to basically guarantee that your tuners here actually get the regular rocks to come out. We have an Icarus base attack, Adamantia Relieve. Basically, you tribute any number of these guys, and then you destroy, or yeah, you target cards in the field. Yeah, actually, you don't even you target that many cards in the field and you destroy them. +1. So that's really cool because it basically it counts itself in there. So if you have 4 Adamantia monsters, you destroy 5 cards. Sounds really good, right? I just threw a warning in there. And then we have Adamantia Resonance. Basically, this card is the guy. If you control an Adamantia Synchro monster, which you most likely will, you negate a monster effect and destroy it. And that's really cool because basically the Adamantia has kind of everything they need all in one. Because, and we're going to go over the 3 synchros here in a second, but basically this card is really simple. It's easy. You excavate and you get to bounce cards. So you excavate 5 cards, the rock cards are revealed, you return. It's basically compulse on legs. So, but that's not a quick effect, just so you guys know. It has one, but that's not the quick effect. So basically you reveal 5, and however many rock monsters there are, that's how many cards you bounce. You can bounce up to 5 cards back to your opponent's hand, that's pretty nuts. But it's not a quick effect, and the quick effect is it's basically Dawn Dragster. Basically, essentially, what Adamantite Rise Dragonite is basically it's Dawn Dragster without the ability to lose attack power. Unite is your Rhoda card. So essentially, you make this card and you get to add, and basically you'll be adding the spells or traps to your hand with this guy. And then on the opponent's turn, you can special summon a rock monster from the graveyard. Adamatia Rise Repetite. Basically, you can special summon. You excavate the 5 and you special summon. And then its quick effect is it can banish a card in the graveyard, which is really good. Each of these guys all 3 of these guys are really busted. I think that they might even see play possibly outside of their respective archetypes, possibly. This one I know for sure will. These two I'm not so sure. But basically, also the condition to activate their quick effect is you have to have a corresponding attribute in your graveyard. So you need to have a wind monster, a fire monster, and a water monster, which conveniently are already in the deck, to activate their quick effect. The rest of it, the deck that you see is up to you to play with. I just went simple because I'm trying to showcase the deck to you guys. One thing that I do want to say is this deck does have one key weakness, I think, is it doesn't have a lot of response to monsters. It only has this card, Resonance, and this deck can brick. Like, truth be told, all of these rocks are bricks if you draw them. Like, that's just from my perspective, because if you don't draw the tuners and you just draw the stones, it's not looking good. That's just my opinion. I mean, this guy, Granite Loyalist or Gallant Granite here, makes it a little easier, so you can actually get your tuners and stuff, or your Nibiru, but and the deck's good. I just am saying that it does have some weak points. Alright, but there you go, guys. This is the Adamantia archetype. If you enjoy it, enjoyed this video of me showcasing this new card, make sure you drop me one of these. It'd be greatly appreciative. And yeah, I'm gonna, oh, before I forget, I am gonna do the Plunder archetype next, but that will be on the Team FTK channel. So if you're strictly one of my subscribers, go to the Team FTK community Facebook page on Facebook, and that's where I post a lot of links to this stuff, so you can stay up to date. I also have on my end card, you have my titles for my Instagram and my Twitter, so you can follow me there, so you guys can never miss an update. And yeah, make sure you go to the Team FTK page, because I'm going to be posting the Plunder deck as soon as it's available here on yugioh Pro over there. Anyway, guys, I'm Ben 10,000 yugioh. I'm your friendly neighborhood Yu-Gi-Oh superhero, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.